Today we're going to go over how to virtually exhibit at a practice match career fair using HealthCareFairs. Once you sign up for a practice match virtual career fair, you will receive an email with a packet to fill out with your booth information. Once that has been filled out, you will then send that back to practice match and we will create your booth for you. Once your booth has been created and all of the recruiters added, each recruiter will then receive an email from HealthCareFairs with the link to create their password. Once their password has been created, they can then log into HealthCareFairs, and this is what it's going to look like. The first thing that you will want to do is go to your profile and hit edit. This is where you can add any of your basic profile information. So your title, your phone number, your LinkedIn, information about yourself, and then your profile picture, and you'll hit update. After that, you'll then go to your chat settings. This is where you can choose the total number of chats that you'd like to have at one time. You can have up to 6 chats going at once. All you have to do is type in the total number you'd like right there, hit update, and then that will automatically save both for the event that you're attending and any future events that you may attend with practice match. Once you've chose the number of chats you'd like to have, if you click over to canned responses, this is where you can add any common things that you might find yourself repeating over and over again to a candidate when you're chatting with them during the event. All you have to do is copy and paste the response into here, hit add response. It'll then appear down here, and you can have as many canned responses as you'd like. You are able to customize these messages by adding in the first or last name field just as it appears here. By doing this, it'll automatically enter in that candidate's first or last name, depending on what you put in the message, when you send it to them during the event. You are able to add at least one canned response as your welcome message. To do this, you'll just hit set as welcome. It'll change to say current welcome. And that is now going to be the message that automatically sends out to a candidate as soon as they start a chat at your booths. After you have completed everything under profile, if you go to recruiter assets, this is where you can add any files and forwarded emails. If you hit files, this is where you can add any flyers, documents, anything that you might want to send to a candidate during the event. You can add those here just by choosing the file, naming it whatever you'd like. You can hit upload, and that will appear down here. And again, you can have as many files as you would like. If you go to forwarded emails, this is where you can add any of your colleagues' email addresses that you might want to send a chat transcript to during the event. You'll just copy and paste their email into here, hit add forwarded email, and their email will appear down here. And you can have as many emails as you'd like. One thing to note, everything here under recruiter assets, that is per booth. So if you have, let's say, 4 different recruiters participating in the event within your booth, if one of you logs in and adds files and emails, the other 3 recruiters, when they log in, will also see and have access to those files and emails. Now, everything under profile, that is per recruiter. So each individual recruiter does need to log in, edit their own information, choose the number of chats they'd like to have at once, and add the canned responses. Once you have completed everything under profile and recruiter assets, if you go to events, list, this is where you're going to see the event or events that you are participating in. This here is the name of the fair, and this link here is the link that candidates can use to register. So you are able to come in here to copy and paste this link, to post it on LinkedIn, any other social media, or put it in your email signature, wherever you would like to post this link to promote that your organization will be at the event. You'll see the event date and start time here. If you have any exclusions on your booth, such as visa candidates or APPs, that will appear here. If you do have an exclusion and you do not see it listed here, please make sure to reach out to your practice match representative and they will be able to add that to your booth for you. And again, if you do see an exclusion listed and there should not be, make sure you reach out as well to let us know so that we can remove that exclusion from your booth. You are also able to preview the fairground here, add the event to your calendar, and go into your booths. If you hit this booths button, this is where you're going to be able to preview your booth before the event begins, enter your booth the day of, and view your after report. Prior to the event starting, you want to make sure you come in here and go to your list of events, go into your booth, and hit preview. This is what your booth will look like to a candidate when they enter the event and they begin a chat with you. They'll see your home tab with information about your organization, the link to your website, and then an image, the specialties that you are hiring for, the states that you are hiring in, and then the recruiters that are going to be online at this particular event, and any of that profile information that they entered will show up right here. Prior to the fair starting, please be sure that you log in and preview your booth to make sure everything looks okay. If any changes are needed, reach out to Practice Match representative and we will be able to make those changes for you. On the day of the event, you will just log into HealthCareFairs, go to your list of events, hit booths, and then you will hit enter booth. This is what it's going to look like for a recruiter when you enter your booth. First, it asks you if you want your sound on or off. You can click the bell to turn it on or leave it off and hit continue. At any point in time during the event, you are able to click this bell right here to change that setting. This is all that you're going to see until your first chat pops up. Over here on the left-hand side, you have your dashboard. This is going to tell you the total number of current chats that you're having, and you can have up to as many as you chose in your account under your profile chat settings. My total candidates is the total number of current chats and completed chats. Now, this is only for you. It is not for your entire booth. This is per recruiter. Here under this latest completed, this will show you the last 4 to 5 chats that you have completed. If you hit this view all button, it will take you to another page that will show you all of the candidates that you have completed a chat with so far during that event. If you hit this other recruiters button, this will just show you the names of the other recruiters within your booth and whether or not they're online. At any point in time during the event, if you need to leave the booth, if you need to add files or any other recruiter assets, if you need to change the number of chats that you would like to have at one time or add canned responses, you can do so up here by clicking these buttons, and they will just take you directly to the page where you're able to update that information, and then it will automatically update within the event. If for whatever reason it does not, just refresh your screen right up here and it will update. Once your first chat pops up, this is what it's going to look like. You will see the candidate's information on the right-hand side. This will include their training information, the geographic preferences, citizenship status, all of that information that you would need to know, you will be able to see over here on the right-hand side. If they uploaded their CV when they registered, there will be a blue circle next to their name that says CV. You can click to download that CV during the event, or you can wait till after you will have access to all of the CVs of the candidates you spoke with after the event is over. Your chat will take place right here in the middle. They will respond to you, and you will just write back here and hit send. Over here under your dashboard, if you have more than one chat going at one time, they will appear stacked on top of each other just like this. When you receive a new message from a candidate, it will ding if you have your sound on, and a red dot will pop up next to their name, so you know when to switch back and forth between the candidates to chat back with them. To send any of the canned responses that you may have previously entered, you'll just hit your responses, Select the response you would like to send, hit enter selected, it'll then automatically send to the candidate and they'll be able to respond back to you. With HealthCareFairs, you are able to transfer candidates between recruiters within your booth. To do this, you just hit transfer candidate, select the coworker you would like to transfer them to, hit transfer. It'll then alert that coworker that you're requesting to transfer a candidate to them. They can then accept or decline the transfer. Once they've accepted the transfer, it will disappear from your current chats and automatically go into their current chats. To send any of the files that you or one of your coworkers may have previously uploaded, you'll just hit share files, select the file you would like to send, hit send selected, and then it'll send to the candidate and they're able to download that, a file to preview it and save it. Once your chat has ended, this chat box will pop up. You can then rate the candidate you are speaking with in a star rating of 1 to 5. Choose whether you are interested, not interested, did not respond, or pipeline. Enter any notes. You are able to choose to send the chat transcript at this time, and you can block the candidate from re-entering the booth. If you choose to send the chat transcript, once you hit save, this box will pop up. You can choose to send the transcript to yourself or others. Any of those email addresses that you or one of your colleagues may have added to your account prior to the fair will show up right here. You can then just select whoever you would like to send this chat transcript to, hit add email. Their email will populate down here, and then you can hit send and it will automatically send to them. If there's not an email listed in here already, you can simply enter the email address here and hit add email. It'll then add it to here as well as to your account for any future use. With this, one thing you do need to make sure, when you click these emails and hit add email, be sure that the email addresses are listed down here. If they're not, and you just highlight the emails without actually adding them, when you hit send, it will only send to you, it won't send to others. So just make sure that those email addresses are showing down here before you send the chat transcript to anyone else. Once the fair has ended, you are able to view your after report. To do this, you would just log back into HealthCareFairs, go to your list of events, hit booths, and then you're going to hit after report. This is going to be the list of all of the candidates who you spoke with during the fair. This will have the chat transcripts, their CVs if they uploaded one, all of that registration information that you saw during the event, their training information, their specialty, contact information, geographic preferences. All of that will be here, as well as any notes that you left, how you rated them, if you marked them as interested, pipeline. That'll all be available here for you to download. Now, this is only going to be the candidates that you spoke with during the event. The day after the fair, Practice Match will send you a post-show list with every candidate who attended and or RSVP'd for the fair, and that will include all of their contact and training information, geographic preferences, all of that information. So you will still be able to reach out to any candidates that may not have had a chance to stop by your booth during the event.